My name is Sahela Sakambari. I'm a multimedia artist and you are in my studio at Rising Arts Centre in Cambridge. I often get into my studio 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm in my studio until 8 o'clock at night. And it's like a sanctuary of my creative energy. So I come into this space, nobody else can enter this space without my permission, and that's really important as an artist. And as a woman, to have this space, as Virginia Woolf said, a room of one's own. Egg tempera is a medieval technique of mixing egg yolk with pigments, natural pigments. It's very simple, but it's very effective and it predates oil paints. It's what illuminations are painted with. You get pigments and you need to wet the pigments after you grinding them down so they become like very fine, and then you add water to it to create a nice smooth paste. What you really want to make is something like an acrylic paint, but obviously with egg tempera. The longevity of the egg tempera is actually proven by the fact that illuminations are actually thousands of years old, and they kind of just as vibrant and just as colourful as they were when they first painted. So miniature painting came to Iran in 1300s. The technique of miniatures is actually unchanged for hundreds of years. You have very specific disciplines in Persian miniatures, which I try to stick to as much as I can. Very slow technique, and it's very meditative and it's very zen. You can kind of imagine yourself as a monk working in a monastery, making your own paints and making your own colours. The first strokes that you use egg tempera is actually very broad strokes, and then the detail is actually put in afterwards with tiny brushes. And you get a glaze of the egg, which makes the paints very kind of shiny. There's a very distinct opaqueness to egg tempera, which is quite beautiful, I think. I love doing this. I mean, I really feel like it's meditation for me. I love doing it. The Rebel Rebel is an exhibition based on 28 portraits of pre-revolutionary Iranian women artists. They were at the height of their fame before the revolution, and they were icons of Iranian art. They were banned from their platform after the 1979 revolution, so I felt like it was very important for us to create a temple of worship for these women. It was very difficult for them because a lot of them, they were abandoned by their families. After the revolution, they were all arrested and they had to sign a letter of repentance. A lot of them had death sentences, which meant that they had to go into hiding. And some of them have become homeless. So I think it was very important for me to give them back their platform. It's not just the story of Iranian women, it's about the story of women and the autonomy of their bodies. It doesn't matter that we're talking about Iran, or whether you're talking about Turkey, or we're talking about Afghanistan or America. I feel like as a woman I need to support and tell the story of these women, because it could easily be us, because democracy is very fragile. It's really important for me, as I said, to get the people to actually think about a different history of Iran. I want them to be aware of the politics of Iran before the revolution, the fact that Iran could have been a really important, progressive country. These women were, from my childhood, of course, so they have connection to my happy times and my happy days. I feel like getting to know them through my paintings has actually been a very important learning curve for me, because I think you have to love to be able to paint. So I feel like I had to love these women in order for me to paint them.